Good morning, folks. I'm Tassinix. Welcome to Week 4, Round 1 of Season 24, 5 vs. 5 Grand Arena Championship for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. My opponent today, Lnarchia, Dark Lord of the Sith. From the guild, Triangle Unknown. Don't know about Triangle Unknown. Guy's got 865,000 lifetime banners. You know, you might be inclined to sleep on that, but just let me show you something here real quick. When I pull up the Gentleman's Swagada GG here. So look at this. All right, guy. First of all, guy's like 8.7 million, right? So I've got a lot of weight on him. I'm like 9.5 right now, but the guy's a sweat. Look at this. Started at 3,800, just been climbing ever since. Man wants to work for it, so we don't want to discount that now, do we? Yeah. So let me go ahead and switch over to the Hotbot compare. That'll work. By the way, guys, I just wanted to cover... Oh, let's see. Yeah. Sorry, Crotus. Sorry. Yeah, let me explain to you guys. My wife's working schedule's changed, so Wednesday night streams are moved to now, 11:30 a.m. on Thursday. And then the Friday night and Sunday night streams are still where they are, except they're going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern. I think that's a better regular time for me than 9 p.m. I seem to have higher engagement. I have less competition from better known names in the game. So I think that's what we're going to stick to for the time being. Let's talk about the compare real quick. So yeah, I mean, it looks like I have an edge on some of the stats, but not a big edge, which means we've probably been playing this about the same amount of time. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that, Emmett. I'm glad this is a better time for you. I used to stream in the morning, but that was another schedule shift thing, and then I went to all night, so we'll stick with it as long as we can, Emmett, you know? All right, let's do the comparison here. Wow, I have almost 60 Zetas on the guy. My top 80 is, on average, 11 faster than his. When we get to the mod analysis, everything's pretty skewed in my favor here too, right? 909 6 dots to his 528, 41 plus 25s to his 24, 106 20 to 24s to 85, 147 plus 20s to 109, and so on. I mean, we got a pretty significant lead on the guy. Relic summary, 1100 to 1033, so an edge for me. We have both 4 Relic 9s. He has more Relic 8s than me, which is uncommon. All right, I got 36, he's got 40. And I only have a handful more Relic 7s at 75 to his 62. So, pretty developed. All right, let's talk about the Galactic Legends themselves. So, he is a very fast Lord Vader for having, he has over 300,000 life total, right? 126,000 health, 190,000 protection. So very, very high. Average amount of damage at 10.5 thousand, but 20 speed faster than me is really impressive for only having like 10,000 less protection. And it doesn't matter where you get your life total from for Lord Vader. Like for JML, especially if you take him to R9, you want to have protection primaries and skew his life total towards protection rather, because his leadership ability, the golden coin, does damage based on max protection. Not the case with Lord Vader. You can take your survivability however you come across it. So, kudos to this guy. I mean, that's nice having the extra 20 speed. All right, he has a real... So here's where some compromises were made if we look at his Sith Eternal. Oh, by the way, JMK, nothing special. We're the same speed. He's got a little bit more damage, a smidge more survivability. So shooting across at that one. But his C is a few slower than mine, way less survivability, like 60,000 plus less survivability. Just a ton of damage, right? 15.4k. So you can see what he went for there. Interesting choice. JML, he's got a little bit of speed. I've got the survivability edge. I've got almost 20,000 more protection than he does. A little bit more of everything else. Ray, he's got a little bit more speed, but that's where it ends. I've got damage, I've got health. And Slacker. So his Slacker is, I guess, intended as an offense Slacker, right? 12.4 thousand. Little low on survivability, under 120k health. 542 speed is, you know, kind of slow for Slacker, which makes you think it's an offense build, right? Fortunately, my speed build Slacker is 584, and he's one of my achievements, guys, because I like, just like how much you guys know I love my gas, I love Slacker for the mods that I put on him. He's got 12,000 damage in a speed set, 127,000 health. Mwah. Love it. You look at those Ray stats, JK. Yeah. Only 10.5 thousand at Relic 8 is actually kind of low. It is actually pretty low. Yeah, it isn't the very best set. As far as me, like, I'm working to transition Ray into more offense primaries, which means that I'm probably going to take her to Relic 9 to gain the survivability so I can make that trade. Yeah, alright. Yeah, Crotus, that's fine. Let's have a look at your Ray. That's fine. Alright, key characters here. Darth Revan. So hey guys, we're living in a beautiful new time. My Darth Revan's faster. Remember how he used to be 352? He's 352 again. He was 354 before lock-in, but I had to do a little bit of push-pull with speed, and he lost out on the 2 speed. But fast Revan is back, baby. Alright, so 352 to his 341. He has a faster cat, 356. I was telling you guys this last stream. Like, there's basically 2 types of cat. Cats that are super blazing fast and cats that are not that. If you're not going to be super blazing fast, then the mods don't matter as much. You can go offense, you know? Something like that. Hey, that actually worked. Nice. Wow, that is an incredible set. Incredible set you have going there. Oh man, Darth Crotus, that is an exceptional set you've got on your Slacker. Definitely a little, a little bit better than mine. A little bit more health, a little bit more damage. I mean, it's hard to work those numbers up that high, so good for you. 572 speed, right, so you're not quite as fast as me, but you've got the power, and you're not meaningfully slower, so that's interesting stuff, man. Nicely done. Nicely done. Alright, Maul. Mine is way faster. He has a lot more health and less offense. Interesting build. I'm guessing that's kind of like a Lord Vader spec for his Maul. Alright, Piet. We got him up to 340 this week, folks. He's here for the business. 333 is our opponent's Piet. Gideon is holding steady at 370 to his 359. And my Echo is faster, stronger, better than ever. 353 to 345. Oh, wow. Yeah, 211. All right, let's check out this Ray, Crotus. You've got 211,000 health on the Ray, 12,464 damage, 510 speed. That's pretty solid, man. That is nice work. Yeah. Yeah, and that's at Relic 8 too, so you would gain like, what, 400-ish damage just from the Relic, and then you would have that fed into your, you know, percent offense multipliers. I think that's solid, and you've done this with only 1 offense primary. That's what's interesting. You have a health primary, arrow, circle, and cross. So kudos to you. These are great, great secondaries on these mods. Well done. And back into ships here. So I have a Relic 9 GK, he doesn't, otherwise nothing crazy. And his top 5 speed, Lord Vader, JMK, JML, Darth Revan, and Cat. So nothing too spectacular there jumping out at you, right? Yeah, they took out the mod counts here. I used to like to see how many plus 28s or 29s somebody had. It's just as somebody who's obsessively pursuing fast mods, that's a little trivia interesting thing for me, right? So I don't know. Master Kylo, I see you. Yeah, I saw you made your new channel. I threw you a follow over there. How you doing, man? Appreciate the follow here from your new digs. What'd you make the new channel for anyway, man? You had a nice channel running. All right, let's go ahead and switch back over to the main scene and start the defensive review. Yes? All right. So, spoiler guys, our opponent already did his attack. This is the other advantage of going in the morning, right? Usually when I'm going in the night stream, I'm going like 3 or 4 hours. I'm starting after GAC attack period opens. So most of the time, I don't get the advantage of seeing what my opponent's gone after first, but we get to do the full kit and caboodle today, folks. This is nice. So let's go ahead and go through it properly. My defense, so I had RJT, R2, Resistance Brothers, and Holdo. GG Nuke Team, you all know it. Qui-Gon Jinn. I've clocked my JKA to be able, if I wanted to set that full Galactic Republic team with Qui-Gon Jinn and Cam on there, the Jedi team would get plus 60 speed, and that makes JKA fast enough to threaten most Echoes. I'm working on it for week 1 of the new season. I want to have my JKA up over 300 speed, so that only Echoes 360 and faster need apply if you're going to try and use Bad Batch on my Qui-Gon. But that's, you know, that's on the to-do list. Not quite with us yet. So, Newt, B1, B2, Droidica, Magna, just a pretty standard team. Nothing crazy there. He one-shot all those. That was at top lane. All right, bottom front. So, DR, Malik, Talon, BSF, and, yeah, Marauder. He one-shot it, and I know from my checking that with or without Gideon, my troopers were just, or my Sith Empire here is too fast. Absolutely too fast for him to trooper. So that's probably a GL there. Where's my Starkiller? Oh, yeah. Well, Crotus, first of all, yeah, you're right that that's an R8 Ray, and yes, that is like other people's R9. You're right. No, it's a really solid mod set. Good job on that. Master Kylo, you're saying, where's my Starkiller? My Starkiller isn't here yet, because I'm grinding him up. I'm not wailing out for all that. Like, you gotta be kidding me, CG. You want me to drop like $1,000 into this game, like, directly before the holidays? No, I don't think so. Alright, so we put down a variant of the BAM team that should have challenged his speed. So it was Jango, BAM, Queel, IG-11, and Dash Rendar. So one of the problems when you're running this Jango lead is that if you're like me, your Jango's probably clocked to be a bit faster than your BAM. Which, not the end of the world, but it means that, you know, Jango's going to lead with his Fire Sweep, and then BAM's going to go into Poop Stance, right? Which means that you're missing out on 5 stacks from Jango going ahead of you. You have a couple options. You can lower your Jango speed, but that might mess up your clocking for, you know, for other applications of Jango. If you want to have them in your Bounty Hunter team, if you want to use them with Maul Mandos, like that. So a neat solution here is Dash Rendar. You don't get to have him as a lead, but especially for somebody like me who hasn't whaled for these characters, this is a great way to get value for your Dash. It's easy to take Dash to about 250-ish speed, which for me is safely slower than BAM. And by putting him in here, his one special does damage 15 times. Like, there's your missing bird. So it doesn't matter that my Jango's faster. I'm still getting my 20 birds thanks to Dash. Let's see. Yeah, bro, I'm the whale reference usually, Master Kylo says. Yeah, I didn't want to whale for these. It was just too much. It was too much at once. It was just too much at once. I just didn't feel like doing it. And Starkiller, you know, you got people like Fatal out there pushing the boundaries and seeing what you can do, how many GLs, how reliably you can kill these GLs with Starkiller, what you could do with it on defense. I'm enjoying the opportunity to just sit back and see. Because if I had shelled out the kind of money that some of these people have done, to have, like, CLS still punk the team down, I don't know about all that, man. Alright, so we got Gas 501st down here, and then Lord Vader, OG Kylo, just to have that activation of the minus 30% damage from light side unaligned force users, so we nerf Cat there. And then the 340 speed TIE Fighter pilot, Royal Guard, and Stormtrooper. Alright, so he had to two-shot the Jango there. He had to put a little effort in. That's the only drop you've seen so far from our opponent. Let's head on back. Alright, so back here we set Ray Cat, Padme Vandor L3. He had to two-shot that. Makes sense. Maul, this is kind of just a meh Sith team, right? This is kind of like a junker team. I had to put something down that wasn't super great. It's something. I'm not here to say it's an amazing team. It's something. And then you have the standard Slacker team. So I don't really like putting Slacker on defense too much. He's got a lot more use to me offensively, and it's so practiced for most of my opponents to use JK or JKL to take out Slacker. But check this out. This guy's got like a 217 speed old Ben. There is no way in God's green earth he is going to be able to use JK or JKL to take me out. Hey, professional, good to see you, man. You are super active and fun on Discord. Good to see you, man. Good to see you made the stream. Appreciate you being here in the morning. I know a lot of you guys have probably got me, snuck off to the side on the table while you're having lunch or something. Appreciate you. All right. So anyway, he looks like he's stalled out on Slacker. 6 runs in, and that's no bueno. Professionals asking, how important is it to have Cat at R8? Can she do the job at low relic, like even relic 3? Yeah, she can do the job, professional. Well, hey, Slugmug, how's it doing? How's it going? Good morning, man. Having Cat at R8 gives her, obviously, more damage, more survivability. So where you're having people use, like, JML with JKR, JKL to go after your JMK Cat team, you would want more relics on your Cat because nobody's trying to just delete Cat in that comp, right? They're just trying to truck straight through her. You know what I'm saying? So, for a variety of scenarios like that, where they're not trying to delete her, but they're trying to actually cut her out of the team, yeah, relics make a difference. And the speed makes a difference, especially if you're going to do something like JMK mirrors. But honestly, I think having like a cracked speed on your Cat is only really important for TW. I think. For GAC, I don't think it matters so much. Survivability, though, yeah. If you could take your Cat from Relic 3 to Relic 7, I'd feel really good about that. And then play test it, see how it goes for you. If you're not satisfied with how she's doing at Relic 7, give her the Relic 8 because you probably end up doing it anyway. It's just a matter of when. And let the when be decided by, how it's actually performing. Hey, boss, always good to see you. Good morning to you. All right, guys, so we've covered the squad walls. Let's take a look at Fleet here real quick. All right, so he came in and he one-shot our Executor, but I did notice that guy likes to use a lot of different negotiator comps for a mirror. So I set, JK, Y-Wing, and Ahsoka, which often trips up opponents. You would think that if you're running Negotiator Mirror and you can see that this is coming at you, you would pick the correct ships to get around their advantage. I don't want to say too much, but our opponent has a pretty regular choice for who he wants to run in for his 3, and we punish that. That's what it looks like to me anyway. So I'll take it. All right. Man, we got 29 people here. We got a lot of people on for the morning. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Good morning. 8 minutes till noon. All right, let's do the offensive review. Hux, Lobster, OG Kylo, Faust with no Zeta, so no assists, and then Phasma. He's got EP, Mara Jade. All right, let's see how fast Mara Jade is, because this is a Relic 7, Zeta Mara Jade, 328. Okay, decently fast, decently fast. Good morning, Draz. How are you, sir? You and I talk all the time in DMs, and by the way, guys, Draz Draz in chat is the Draz I lost to last week. So I'm 8-1, and it's because of Draz. So I appreciate you, man. If I had to lose to somebody, it might as well be you. But Sasha's here. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so he's got EP, Mara Jade, Starkiller, Visas, and GK. Let's check out how Starkiller's done up. So, crit damage set. I haven't seen a lot of this. I'll take your advice, guys, about how you think Starkiller is best modded right now. Maybe it's different depending on the composition of the team you're running with him. I don't know. But I'd be interested in your feedback, because I wouldn't think that crit damage was the way to go on him, but a solid set nonetheless. This is a pretty good set, right? 90,000 health, 60,000 protection, 296 speed. He's going to gain so much speed, right? Yeah, 8,200 damage. I mean, I guess it's pretty decent. I don't know, though. You tell me. But yes, Slugmug, it is an R7 Mara. People love this character. I mean, you know, if you're a Legends fan, Mara Jade was a great character. I'm just tickled that Visas Mar is having her day. How long have we waited for this moment, for this opportunity? All right, he put down RJT, Bros, R2, and BB8, so pretty standard comp. This is one of the reasons why I like saving Night Sisters for this, guys. Night Sisters was great against this comp, against GG Nuke. The parts of it can be used with GLs for certain other GL counters, but then you're missing a very flexible team, I think. I don't know. And then he put down Bam, Queel, IG-11, Bo-Katan, and Nest. How fast is Queel? That's our upper limit. 337. Quick, but not blazing. All right, let's come on down to the bottom wall where the party begins. Gas, 501st. Lord Vader, Royal, Darth Vader. But not just any Darth Vader. A very, very fast Darth Vader at 276. Lots of survivability. Excellent damage, over 9,000. His potency is under 100%, but 96% is not something to sneeze at, right? Pretty decent set. 96% potency in a two-piece of crit chance, by the way. Those are some excellent secondaries this guy's running. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, the only mods not having potency are square and circle. Great set. Anyway, you got his Maul there, and the Maul is as advertised, right? Yeah, the healthy Maul. Yeah, right. So this guy is kitted to be with Lord Vader, and so he is. That's fine. And then sure. Okay, so your two tanks. I wonder how he intends to use Stormtrooper. Because, well, I don't know. We'll see. All right, then he's got his own Rey Cat, so Relic 8 Cat. Vandor, L3 and Padme. Guy sets the same bastard Rey comp I did, so fair enough. Darth Revan, BSF, Malik, Talon, and Set. So this one worries me, guys. Relic 8 Set is a monster. I just Relic 8 mine for this week. So this guy has a bit less on the protection side, and you're thinking, why is that? And you can tell when you get to his defense, right? 77% armor. There's a defense primary here. That's what explains the lack. There it is. He has a defense primary. That's where the protection or health is missing, and that's why he still has 77% armor. To Yuru Aran, first time chatter. Good morning, man. How are you? Welcome to the stream. We're busy in the mornings now on Thursday mornings, and then I'm here on Friday and Sunday nights. All right, so I think I'm going to Imperial Troopers this with, I believe Gideon is still required. Let me think about it. 341, yeah. So 361, yeah. I would need to have Gideon here, so Gideon will work. So here's the rub, guys. If you were here last time, my Relic 8 Dark Trooper failed to crush through a Relic 2 Zalbar before the enemy Darth Revan got to get off the ground, right? I have my concerns because a Relic 8 Dark Trooper with 77% armor is not good. It's not a good situation. I have to hope that the lower amount of protection will probably work for us. But, geez, man. Relic 8 Malik, Relic 8 Darth Revan. What's the stats? So I was telling you guys about this last time, right? If you're going to take your Revan to Relic 8, you're doing it because you want to lean into the health gains that you're going to get from BSF, right? So if you're doing it, you really want to kind of go in for speed and health two-piece, just to get as much from that as possible. Or, if you had the mods to do it, full health modding would be like the way to maximally lean into it. 82,000 though, all that said, 82,000 is actually pretty good for being without a two-piece of health. It's not bad at all. 11,600 damage. Yeah, this is a solid set. I take it back. The guy made something, pretty good there. All right, guys. Enough jaw-jacking. Let's get settled in. It is time. get our music underway. Combat music. Alright, Imperial Troopers. Veers, Dark, Piet, Range, and... it's Gideon. Yeah. Let's think about this now. Alright, so we're going to put the Armor Shred onto set. We don't hit Malik at all. Fear is bad. Fear is very bad. So we middle onto Moff. We never use the turn meter rip here because only we can have our turn meter manipulated. Darth Revan's team cannot. If I had gas for offense, could they beat this fight? Yes, right? I think so. I think gas could. But I think that, you know, gas versus DR has always been doable. It's always been terrible manners. It's just not something I would opt into. I'm not the best efficiency player here, professional. So, you know, I'm trying to make sure my counters are mechanically sound. And hopefully I can execute them well, right? But I don't deliberately try to choose teams to take in that, even if it goes well, my banners are crap. Like, some people like to use Qui-Gon on offense. Qui-Gon, if you're going to punch up with him, requires that Qui-Gon dies, right? So why do you want to use an offense team where you necessarily are depending on the fact that one character dies? Like, it's different. Like, if you're trying to do Slacker versus Lord Vader without Watt, without Night Sisters, you're accepting that everybody but Kylo dies. The value trade is that you're not using Night Sisters, you're not using Watt, right? You know, you can make that assessment, like you can take that choice for crap banners, but I don't want to use a premium team like Gas for crap banners. That's kind of my take. Alright guys, off we go. Okay, we are faster. All according to plan. Haha! Okay. Where are we with turn meters? Turn meters, turn meters. So I think I want a fist because you can't Slacker versus Lord Vader without Watt. Impossible. Maybe that's true, Kylo. I want to say I have a video where I thought I did it without, but I am open to the possibility of being wrong. Where are we with turn meter? Okay, Veers is going to get to go. Darth Lucas, thank you for the 100 biddies, man. Appreciate you. Okay, there goes set. We're back in the mix. Where are we with turn meter on Veers? It's tough to tell. We're still ahead of Darth Revan, right? I can at least go ahead and basic offer Foresight, which makes a lot of sense in this situation. I don't want to kill Malik until Bastila is down and out of the game. So much depends on her dying. Come on. Somebody give me an assist. Oh my god, this is stressful. Okay. Veers is going to go. Piet would go right after. I guess I kind of want to turn meter up here. Because if I basic, he'll just drain. And I'd like to see if I can't just smash the young man. Yeah, alright, here we go. Okay, do the next one. There it is. Nighty-night. Okay, so now we're going to do the AoE, but it's not really going to kill Talon, right? Yeah, it's not really going to kill Talon. It could have, though, which would have been nice. Yeah, okay, now they get to do stuff. Let's go ahead and finish off Talon there. Okay, so yeah. We can't get assists here, but we can just basic. He's going to take a turn if we don't. Worse banners. 74. Okay. 74? That's -1. That's -1. That's a lot better than I thought it would be. That defense primary on set kind of set him back. Set him back. But he really just needs to be a huge bag of protection, in my opinion. Good start, though. Good start to the day. Yeah? 74. All right. So again, all we have to do is full clear, and I think we got it in the bag. Our opponent looks pretty screwed there on Slacker in the back. All right, let's check some comments here from the folks. Um, yeah, my wife, the Defiant, in chat says, kill him! It's true. Draz says, I've done Slacker Daka Zombie No Watt versus Lord Vader Maul without Vader, but it's a more complex fight you have to pay more attention to. Right, it's hard, it's terrible banners, you're doing it for the save, right? Smodern, thank you for the well played. Good to see you, first time in chat, man. Pleasure to have you here. Man, this is great, so good to have you guys. Professional, glad you liked the battle, it went well, yes. Alright, what am I gonna do here? What did I have planned out for gas? Something was different for gas. Oh yeah, because I plan to use CLS where against his I think I'm gonna use CLS against the Starkiller team, guys. That's gonna be the game plan. I mean EP Mara is a pretty good idea to have to resist CLS, I guess. But I don't think it's gonna stop me. Alright, so Ray Cat, we're just gonna JML that, guys. We're gonna go in with the premium on this one. So JML, JKR, JKL, with Shock and Grandmaster. Okay, so the idea here is we're going, let's think about this. We can't go all in on Cat, right? We have to go after... Oh man, I don't know that I've tried to do this fight this way. Wait. What did I have written here? No. Holy crap, I almost screwed myself royally. Guys. Jedi is saved for Lord Vader. I gotta focus on what I'm doing here. I almost put myself in a world of hurt. This is why I write things down. Okay, so C armor. So last time we tried to do this without any kind of tanks whatsoever, bad times. We got blown out. So I propose the following. We take 2 dark side tanks who we aren't going to miss. Well, at least 1 dark side. Hey, there's a second dark side. 2 dark side tanks. Both of these guys are crap. You're never going to use them anywhere. Both of them will be given a pre-taunt when C takes his turn, uses chains, and gives taunt to dark side tank allies. Why are we bringing 2 tanks, you think? So, against Ray Cat in particular, I like 2 tanks. Hey, yeah, right. Kylo, you say use CLS against Starkiller. I agree. Dirchlands, L3. What about L3? Bazinga, yes, the court jester, yes. And why is Piggy relic, says Bazinga. There was a craze a couple months ago of people anticipating some requirement involving Piggy. And I wasn't going to get in on it, but then I realized something. I could throw resources into Piggy, and he could be useless for whatever this predicted requirement was going to be where he's called for. Or I use him, I level him up and I use him here with C. It's alright. Dirchlands, you mean with JML, L3 would get in the way of going after Cat? Yeah, actually, I was never planning to do that. That was me just being a complete idiot. Yeah, I was just thinking, why would JML be good against this Ray Cat comp when I can't blitz right after Cat because Vandor will just revive her? That's probably not good. Maybe for the new Black Wookiee. Dude, did you guys see that? Alright, so here's my thing about Book of Boba. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll try not to be too spoilery, but one thing I'm not super into is this pro-Tusken propaganda, the rehabilitation of the Tuskens. Interesting to know about their culture and whatnot, but they're being portrayed in a very sympathetic light. And I'll have you remember what they did to Shmi Skywalker, These are savages. They just kidnapped her and beat her to crap, and then she died. And now we have this show spending 2 episodes so far trying to rehabilitate the Tuskens. I don't know, but I liked it. I liked it. The Black Wookiee, though, in the last episode. That guy was man mode. I want to see him do stuff. Who does that remind me of? There's a cartoon. There's something here. Something I'm trying to remember. Is it Invincible? Is it that show on Amazon, Invincible? The one where J.K. Simmons is voicing the superhero dude. There was a lion guy. There was a lion guy voiced by Michael Dorn, the voice of Worf. And the lion dude was just badass in that show. Just savage. Alright. Alright, yeah, let's see here. So I think with the reason I'm taking 2 tanks is that the first one's going to get knocked out of existence by Whirlwind, right? Ray's going to Whirlwind, execute. And then I want a second tank there just to mitigate damage from the first Ray ultimate. That's all. That's kind of the game plan. Dirtlands, they didn't show what Shmi did to the Tuskens. You don't raise the galaxy's biggest monster if you're not a monster yourself. You've got a fair point there. The hidden agenda of Shmi Skywalker. Yeah, how did she end up Tatooine? So many questions left unanswered. That's true. That's true. You guys got me. There might be something to that. Thank you. Okay. There you go. Mrs. snuck in and delivered me breakfast. Scrambled eggs and toast. We'll have to get to that in a minute. You guys are eager for battle. Allow me to deliver it. Yeah, right. Anakin was not born on Tatooine. You got a fair point there. Okay, so here's the script, guys. We do the link. People to link. I guess linking Cat makes a lot of sense for mitigating her damage, but I don't think that's the right move. I want to link... You have to link L3, and then I want to link Rey because she's fast. We take our 2-stack of Beskar onto C. Don't be greedy. Don't go for the 3rd. You won't have the time. Actually, you would because you have the tanks, but you don't have a purpose to go for 3 here. You just don't. Alright. Wow. So this one just got... Okay. So check this out. Vandor just absolutely kicked the teeth out of Piggy Boy, right? And now Rey's gonna execute. So now I still have her alive, but I don't have the tank to help mitigate Rey's first ultimate like I had wanted. That was kind of the master plan, right? And here we are, not charging our ultimate terribly quickly. It's not a good situation. Yeah, yep. Who's going to go next? Yeah, Padme. Padme's going to kill her, and then I have to take it all on the chin. Yep, there it is, guys. All right, 10,000, 15,000 offense. Come on. Oh, jeez, we almost died. We almost died. Crikey, that is scary. That is terrifying. That Vandor hits hard, man. Okay, so we got to do the relink here. We'll relink L3 because we have to. Then we relink Cat. And then we pray, because we have got to transform and get some lifesteal going. We have no health. Thank God there is no anti-heal. Oh my God, no! Okay, I guess I have to do this, right? What's the right move? If I don't do this, I might take too much damage, so I have to. I have to do this. Oh no! And she's gonna ultimate. Oh! Okay, so we get the little bit of protection back after he takes his turn, right? Yep, there's a bit of protection. Okay, she goes into the stance, and guys, we get Cat out, but this is going to have to be a cleanup because I think we're just piped here. We're piped because she got her second ultimate before we did the zap, so we don't get all that lifesteal that we really desperately need. Not good, not good, not good. Alright, so we'll have to think about what's going to clean this. Yeah. Not good. That's a tough matchup. Maybe triple tank. Let me think about that. What about Vandor was so exceptional there, you know? That's fine. Vandor lived. That's okay. Vandor Padme can live. That's alright. 73,000 health. Yeah. No, it was just, he was just, yeah. Yeah, he just gained the max health. He gained the 80% max health. Does damage twice. It can just be a big attack, man, if he's stacking health. Stack it and max him. So, because Vandor unexpectedly killed Piggy, we didn't have our plot in place to have that second tank. Alright, well, let's put this down. This all goes into the research bin here. Pig. Alright, so Piggy didn't win. Comment. One drop. Vandor killed Piggy, then Ray executed Gar, and we had no tank to help mitigate Ray's ultimate. Ray got to her first ultimate, or her second ultimate, before we used ours, so no life steal back from red HP. So that's the rub right there. That is a bummer though. Alright, Lord Vader. This is JML. So I think this guy uses 4 GLs on attack. I don't know. I'll have to think about it carefully. Is there something I can do for you? Oh, okay.
Just making sure.
Oh, okay. You're like standing over my shoulder staring at me. I'm like, can I help you? Okay. Jedi time. Let's get this moving. Piggy, alright, Emmett, the game plan here was Piggy, or one of the 2 tanks was supposed to absorb the execute from Ray, and the other one was just to help spread out the damage from Ray's ultimate, right? That was the game plan. Didn't pan out that way because Vandor kicked in Piggy's teeth. Maybe this is a case for better mods on Piggy. I have to think about that. Alright, JKL, shot Grandmaster. Alright, so the game plan here is we're going to go straight after Darth Maul. If we have the opportunity, we should set back the cooldowns of Darth Vader. Because Darth Vader, if he's allowed to Merciless Massacre, so many basics will go out that will put ability block on us. Whether or not you have tenacity up or anything, against Jedi, this attack cannot be evaded, so it can't miss, and it can't be resisted, which means the effects that it does cannot be resisted by Jedi and Rebel enemies. So it's a 100% chance to apply ability block. If he's going to basic one of your Jedi, they're getting ability blocked. It's happening. Like, unless you happen to be one of the rare ones that says you don't get ability blocked. So we want to try and stop that, but we do need to kill Maul and make our way through. So let's see what happens. Holy crap, 45 viewers. Good morning, folks. Or good afternoon now, where I'm at. 12:17 p.m. here on the East Coast. Okay, Maul reveals himself. Okay, so we can do Efflux here, which could shut down Vader. Everybody has days, so I don't really want to do anything special. And here's the real bummer, is he won't get it. Well, no, he doesn't have days, so he'll get the turn meter gain back up. We'll go ahead and spread, do the cleanse onto Grandmaster so that he might share. Okay, so let's actually kill Darth Vader first, since Maul is not exposed. He is a significant threat to us. And now I get to spread speed up to the team, stun everybody. Yeah, that's good stuff. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So he's out of the mix. We've got Maul back out. All right. All right. All right. Let's get to stepping here. We got to get chunking on people now. Go ahead and rev up. I guess Grandmaster would be nice. We don't need to do the cleanse. Let's just do more coinage. We're trying to get rid of this guy. Ability block is still on Lord Vader. Okay. Let's go ahead and slap into coin. Alright, Royal's down and out of the game. Lord Vader only gets to stack mastery based on 2 allies. Pretty neat. I guess I can set back his cooldowns, which is nice. Matter of fact, this is pretty slick here, isn't it? We can go right after our boy. Let's go ahead and pass. Yes. Very nice. Very nice. Good, good, good. And now he's charged. So I guess we could kind of all in on our boy, right? But to that end, why not just finish off the tank that can help him later? Ooh, man. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Get rid of all those nasty dots. Excellent. Excellent. Death becomes you. Okay. Good. Back with the offense up. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn meter swap here real quick. Stone Age the cooldowns as much as possible. He's still in his ultimate form, right? So. And Blitz. Ballroom Blitz. Ballroom Blitz. Yes, we'll do that. That's a nice big hit. Big hit. Go ahead and restore JML a bit. Call you. Good, good. Okay, a decent little hit there. Go ahead and set him back again. Keep Stone Aging his cooldowns. Call JML. Nice big hits. Juicy hits. Dispel all the bad juju. And pop. Alright, 60. Let's see here. I'm still stewing about what I'm going to do with that Ray. Alright, for gas, I'm thinking it's going to be Maul Mandos, guys. Because I need CLS elsewhere. Bo-Katan, Sabine, and Watt. I think that's going to have to be. Good, young Tassinix, says Kylo. Appreciate you. Dirchland says, I like how JML was raised from what most people thought were the worst GL before the 2 new ones to maybe the best of the original 4. Yeah, I mean, his stock's gone Ray up. And this is something I talk about with people all the time is Ray has really kept her value. There was so much hate on Ray when she came out because then they buffed Kylo Slacker's leadership a couple months after he was released. And everybody thought it just made him head and shoulders better than Ray. And I didn't see it that way at that time. But Slacker is more limited than Ray now. Ray's a much more threatening character, I think. She's held. She's definitely held her value, guys. Sorry to eat on stream. I just want to eat a quick bite of these scrambled eggs. They're nice and hot. Nobody likes cold eggs. Appreciate your patience. Okay. So this could probably go pretty bad on us here, but I don't know that I have a better option, so let's go. Okay. Yeah, so I'm thinking weapon tech. I'm thinking we gotta do this first. Yeah, back then, yeah. We had no idea how to do a Ray mirror and how offense modding wasn't a thing. You speaking the truth, sir. Speaking the truth. It's true. All right, here we go. It's time for the sit down. Okay. Good. So we still got 3 pops to get through 5s. Huh. Hulk them down. Hulk 'em and bulk 'em. Hup, hup. Okay, you're out of the game. Hup. Kill him! No, seriously, they'll kick the shit out of him. Okay, let's think about this. I can kill here, right? Let's think about this. What's the right move? Let's do this. Oh, it was perfect! It was perfect! It went just as I had planned! Glorious 5 stacks as we stand up. Okay, that's fine. This was beautiful. This is a thing of beauty. That's right, Bo-Katan. You do your job. Let's go ahead and get that health pack on you. You're doing God's work over here, young lady. Yeah, that's nice. This is nice, guys. Still waiting to get that Maul turn, though. Yeah, there's the days. Okay, there we go. And that's all she wrote, right? No counterattacks, because the days. Nighty-night. 63. You, too, can use premium characters from Conquest to defeat meta teams from 2 years ago. Alright. Now it's time for strategery, right? As George W. Bush would say, strategery. What are you trying to do, wife? Oh, the cats want to come in. Okay. Bounty Hunters, Darth Vader, Bastila. So what, maybe JMK? I have to use JMK here? If there's another GL in the back, I'd probably have a real problem. Oh, it's so valuable for us to know what he's got hiding back there, but I don't want to mess with it. So there's no tank to stop me going directly at Rey, right? But you're going to have Padme to heal and Vandor to heal, so that's a big punish. I feel like JMK is probably the only option I have right now. What do you guys think? Yeah, it was pretty good banners there at the end. I appreciate it, guys. Maul's just a kick-ass team. Yeah, and you're right, Dirch. Bo-Katan helped us out. Any tips for team comp for mods for Rey to counter gas? Surely you mean gas to counter Rey, right? Because Rey's a galactic legend. She can counter gas without too much difficulty, I think. Draz says I might need JMK if CLS doesn't work on Star Killer. Yeah, you're not wrong. If I choose the character flex option and I choose you as my character, will you flex on camera? Yes, my wife, I will do that. Geos and gas. Alright, well, Geos isn't going to help us against Rey when we have both Padme and Vandor remaining. There's no... I don't see what the upside is to that. Can Bad Batch do this? Why would Bad Batch be able to do this? Bad Batch has anti-heal, but let's say we're faster than Padme and we put the bad juju out. Padme will dispel it. Right? If Echo's able to put out the daze and healing immunity, Padme will cleanse it. I do not have the Zam Omicron, Dirge. Sorry about that. Text stuns her. Okay, dear wife. You wanted the flex. Alright, stand up. Alright, so there's your flex. Very, very zen moment for me. Alright. Yes, Smodern, answering the question on gas, you would want to have high protection gas. Feel free to check mine out. Mine's modded with the intention of mostly being a defense team, but he has worked for me on offense without issue. The high protection is so valuable these days on gas. All right. I think what the writing on the wall is telling me, guys, is that I should go after top wall for a bit. My wife says that was worth every channel point. All right. How are we going to do the rest of these? All right, so against Bam, we were just going to Mando lead that, right? Let's go ahead and take care of that. What's on my sheet there? Yep. Mando, Boba, Dengar, Grief, and Bosk. So, you know, my Bosk is 329, Grief is 328, and you've got a 337 Queel. So the option is either Mando lead or do Aura lead with Gideon, and Gideon has been consumed. So everything according to plan, right? Draz, I don't think CLS kills Starkiller. Scares me a bit with GK in there too. Yeah, I see what you're saying there, Draz. I mean, I'm open to considering a different option. Smodern, thank you so much for the follow, man. All right, let's get on to this one. So you don't think CLS kills Starkiller? All right, taunts up and dance. Let's go ahead and do that. Enter the poop stance. This is a double tap for sure, so we take this right now. Okay. Now, if I hit anyone else, actually, if I should do the AoE here, we'll get countered though. The AoE, yeah, I think the AoE's the best thing. Contract-wise, everything-wise. I really want him to just take a turn, though. Okay, so we're popped off, which means I can probably just kill him right now. Aha! All part of the plan. Alright, good. Let's think about this. You did your mass, so let's go ahead and do this one. That's fine. Okay, remove all their debuffs. They all do the thing. Man, they do a pretty good thing, too. Okay, we just got everything dispelled off us, so Mando can't actually do the kill right here, right? So that's kind of a bummer. We just need to be mindful of our time now. We have all the offense in the world. Yeah, finish him. There we go. All right, that's a big deal to get him out of the way. All right. There it is. There's the pop. This is the death we've been looking for. Pop go you, and let's see if we can't stall out, possibly, for a Grief. No, we have 1,000 years until Grief gets to do another clear. So, do the AoE. Yeah, okay. 64. One banner loss. I can live with it. Okay. All right, RJT. We're gonna do Mother Tal's in there. I think that's a no regrets situation. Because Night Sisters won't help us with Starkiller or with Rey, so I'm not gonna regret using them this way. Just so you guys know, if you're going against like a GG Nukes team, you would use this Night Sister team with, you drop Spirit and add in Talia. See that my Talia is only gear 12. See that she has terrible mods. Like, it's nothing special, right? Just kind of a meh set, just thrown on to have a set. the point is that her middle ability will dispel debuffs off your dudes, and after you've taken that opening salvo from the GG nuke team, your guys are going to be debuffed and not able to heal. So, you know, if they have target lock on them with IG-88 present and he has his Zeta, you can't be healed, let alone actual healing immunity. So, yeah, you use Talia there, but if you're doing this one, you rock Spirit, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so they always get the rip. Check it out. You never see this. Resistance Hero Finn is slower than all my sisters. I could do the middle ability here and strip the couple stacks of the intelligence, but I would really rather try and get a stun. Yeah, okay, so we missed the first stun. We got the second stun. Let's think about this. We could AoE, but I would rather mass hit on Poe, because with Finn shutdown and Poe shutdown, this team is very, very toothless. Yeah. Yeah, and now Poe's gonna just die when he takes his next turn. Yeah, that's it. That's it. What a perfect, opportune time for the Dispel. Yes. Yeah, Talia is the Rex of Night Sisters, says Master Kylo. Yeah, that makes sense. And Boss Always, you said, yeah, sorry, I meant to say how to stop gas from countering Rey. How to stop gas from countering Rey? Well, I'd say more relics don't hurt. If she's on my short list for Relic 9. I'll say that. So I could probably kill R2 here with the AoE and get both of these foresights. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Dispel, heal. Nice. I want to see if I can get another heal done. Okay, so we've got these burns on us, right? I think the zombie has something coming up. This will get missed. Oh, it didn't get missed. Damn. Coulda. I think we could have healed up those last couple of banners if zombie got her next turn. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. 57. Damn. Alright, against the Hux team. I mean, we you know, a lot of things can handle this Hux team. The Hux team isn't anything too special. Any specific team comp that makes it more difficult for gas? Yeah, I mean, if you're comfortable setting Rey Cat is the hardest composition of Rey Cat is the hardest composition of Rey. However, you don't have Cat for use with JMK, so you better have some other plan with JMK, like using JMK Camp, something like that, you know? And should I mod her for offense or health? I would think that, you know, the meta is really strongly in favor of offense on Rey, but you don't want to be, I would say, under 200,000 health. Shoot for that. Like, in terms of where I'm trying to prioritize her stats, number one priority, 200,000 health. Next priority, raise damage up over, you know, let's say at Relic 8 you should be something like 11.5, right? Like I'm like 11.4, 11.6, something like that. But it should be somewhere around 11.5. And then you want to be about 500 speed. Speed's the lowest priority. 500 is just an okay number to be around, so you're not at risk of like getting lapped a bunch. But if you were a little under the speed to gain like a whole bunch more health or offense, something like that, I would consider that trade-off. Let's see here. Hey Darth Vader, how's it going, man? Good to see you in chat. How you been? Smodern says a faster Rex and a pre-taunt like L3 would... I'm guessing Smodern saying that a faster Rex. Rey with heroes generally stops gas because they are programmed to go for 5s. So with the hero brothers, that's interesting. Yeah. Yes, Master Kylo, the Starkiller team does look strong. I gotta be careful about it, for sure. trying to think about what I want to do with Hux right now. Unless you guys have a better idea, I was thinking maybe to use a Jedi B team. I still have Bastila, right? So we've got like something this-ish going here. So JMK, first of all, I want to see what I have for a JMK team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, well I can still make something out of 5 Galactic Republic Jedi. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. No reason to kill Hux yet, says Draz. Well, I mean, there's no more reason to kill Hux than there was to kill anything on this top wall before we took out Rey down bottom, right? I mean, we're just here because I don't think I have a better usage for the teams that I used to take out both of these. So, Darth Vader going through Conquest. Okay, that's fair. All right, Draz, what are you thinking? What are you thinking for Starkiller? What would you do? I mean, I've got Triumvirate, I've got EP, Mara, Vader, Shore, Thrawn, I've got CLS, I've got some kind of scoundrel team. I've got Bad Batch. I haven't assigned Bad Batch anywhere yet. Bad Batch would do well somewhere. We have a B tier Finn team. I've got Finn, the Vets. That could definitely do some damage. And then we start getting off into the weeds. Yeah. Oh, we do have Mon Mothma Katarn, though. We do have Mon Mothma Katarn. So I should probably actually open a notepad file and just make life easy for myself. So I have CLS, EP Vader, Finn Vets, we've got Geos, we've got Kira Scoundrel team, I guess. B team First Order. Bad Batch. Triumvirate. Yeah. JMK. JMK, and that's pretty much it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 teams. 9 teams to do the job of what? 5. So you would do Bad Batch versus Rey. Yeah. Well, okay, how's this supposed to work, though? Bad Batch versus Rey. I am assuming that what we would do is not go after Rey. We'd have to go after the side characters. Number 1 priority would be probably Padme, as she offers the biggest heal. So we could kill Padme. That would shut off the cleanse. It would shut off one of the heals. And Vandor can do nothing to save her. Right? So I guess there's an upside to that one. Kill Padme, then Vandor, then go for Rey. Okay. Alright guys, well, before we get going for that, would you guys mind me taking a couple minutes? My coffee is empty. I'd like to step away, get that fixed. And I'll be right back in time for going after this Rey cleanup. But appreciate the insights, chat. Thank you, Draz. You know, you beat me once. You beat me twice now in 5 vs. 5. I guess it's the least you could do as my guildmate to try and help me win this one. So appreciate you. All right, I'll be back in just a minute, though, guys. Appreciate your patience.
Should be here.
All right, shields up, weapons online. Thank you so much for your patience, guys. All right.
Hey, what's up?
What are people using versus Star Killer?
Yeah.
Oh, do I have somebody in chat?
Soon, some conquests.
Huh.
I
Just saw this. Oh, do I have somebody else's stream going?
My GC is done. Like I won basically. I'm 7-3.
Where's it sound code?
So as long as I finish the season like Kyber 1, I'm happy, you know.
I've got a stream playing somewhere. I can hear somebody else talking, and it ain't me. Where is that? Where is that? Ah, there it is. It's Kylo. Ha ha! I had Kylo open on another tab.
After a 2-week trial, a Wisconsin jury acquitted Kyle Rittenhouse for shooting three...
No. Close my YouTube. Alright, what would people use versus Revan, Trio, C, and OG Maul? Very easy Kylo solo, right? Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, OG Maul. C is in there. Yeah, I don't see why that would make anything better. Why would you use Darth Revan lead and put C under Darth Revan? I can't think of the benefit for it, because the benefit of the leadership is for Sith Empire, right? Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We got to go right after Padme, and then kill Vandor, and then we'll see what we have to do to Rey. That's the plan. That is the plan. Hopefully Mrs. T comes back with coffee in a moment, because I could use it. So she's going to dispel me if I do it. Well, no, we don't know that. We don't know what she's going to do, because we don't know the state of her cooldowns. It's possible to stun her, so let's stun. No, wait, you can't stun her, right? That is kind of her one thing. We can stun Vandor. We just have to keep it going. We have to keep it moving. Stick to the script, man. The assist won't actually help us here, but this will do translation work, and that's important. Oh yeah. Oh, that's quite nice. I guess I just want a big hit as much as possible. Wow, man. That is a bulky character. Did you just see that? My record just took it on the chin, like a champ. 40% of the max health. No, I don't think I need to do that. I'd rather do this to get protection out over that way, right? I still want a basic here. This sucks. Take your turn, girl. Okay, bulk up. Huh. Kind of like a now or never thing with the killing her part. Okay, well, not good. She's already still locked down. We might as well wait. Take this ultimate on the chin. we gain so many buffs on this team that when she does take her turn, it's bad news for us. It's just basic. Stun could still be done here. Stun is nice. Yeah, we'll try and do it. Okay. Whew! Alright, lock him down. Lock him down, lock him out. Please use empathy first. Please kill these things. Okay. Wow, this is powerful. This is powerful, guys. Bad Batch is incredible. Anybody who tells you otherwise is a damn liar. Are you kidding me? Are we gonna like full banners this cleanup? Look at this, the heart of a champion, just sucking up these hits. Oh my god. Incredible. Incredible feat. We can just use this on Echo. Let's keep that wagon train moving. This is incredible. What damage? That's really not going to do anything, right? And then she'll take a turn, and then she'll... Oh, man, she's going to ult right there. Damn it. All right, well, I guess we don't get to... I don't think we'll have time to get back up to full banners, but the potential exists, and that is so exciting. Yeah, we're already capped off. No reason. No reason. Okay. Bulk up. Okay. Okay. So we'll swap turns with you. Let you. Oh, all right. Well, the thought. It's the thought that counts. 39. It'll do. It'll do. Hey, that was a cool idea though. Hunt. BB, Echo, Tech, Rec, Omega for 39. And then we got, what, 2 on the first go, so a total of 41 banners for the whole shebang. Ugh, a little gruesome, but hey, clever idea, guys. That was fun. Start hitting Ray Drat says, yeah, I should probably read chat more when I'm in the heat of the moment. I should just not worry about responding, right? Until after the fight. So yeah, TJ, what did you miss? Well, you just saw us clear bottom wall. I went and cleared 2. So I had 1 drop on this Ray team. We used C, and the unexpected happened. It was actually a new case, a new type of failure. So that in itself is exciting, right? So we took in C armor, and you recall that the last time I tried to C armor a Ray without a tank, no bueno. With 1 tank, no bueno. With 2 tanks, I've been successful in the past, but this time it was also no bueno. Why? Because Vandor. So my 2 tanks that I brought in were Relic 4 Piggy and Relic 7 Garth Saxon. Piggy got lit up by Vandor's special, right? Vandor just chose him and deleted him, and did that before Ray could do her execute. So if Ray had gone just ahead of him, Ray would have executed one of the 2, you know, let's say it could have been Piggy, right? And then Vandor could have hit Gar, and Gar would have survived that, I'm sure of it. But it didn't work that way. Vandor executed Piggy, then Ray executed Gar. And the reason I brought the 2nd tank was to have a 3rd character there to mitigate damage from Ray's ult. So Ray and Padme finished off armor just before Ray's ultimate hit. So C took the full ultimate on the chin. The full ultimate. Red health. We got him back up to full protection. We did the transform, but before we could do our zap, Ray went into ultimate form again, so that when we did the zap, and at least we deleted Cat and L3, but we got no lifesteal back. Nothing! So we were just completely piped. It was terrible. It was terrible. You see Watt armor raise. But listen, Darth Vader, using Watt with C, I am down for if there are debuffs that are worrying me. But having just the, thank you. Having just the, oh my God, that's so fresh. Thank you. This coffee is so fresh because, I am not a clever man. She handed the coffee to me like handle first, and I still wrap my hand around it, and it is fresh coffee. So now I have, presumably I'm working on a 1st degree burn, but yeah. Thanks. Love you.
I love you.
Man, that's good. Alright, so we had the 2-shot ray. We 1-shot all the rest of this. Lord Vader we took on with JML, JKR, JKL. We did Imperial Troopers with Gideon so that we could get out ahead of this DR. And then we used Maul for gas. Now, Draz pointed out that maybe Maul Mandos would have been better to have saved for Starkiller. I don't have enough experience in fighting Starkiller to say for sure. Alright, let's see. Let's talk about this back wall. Alright, so it is Jango, IG-88. So this is kind of a scrap team, right? Dengar, Embo, and Cad. Alright, we'll check and see what's Jango's deal real quick. Decent mods, not incredible. 295 speed. Okay, 325 it is then. We have options for dealing with this. We have ways of making talk. Alright, so he's got a Finn B team. This is a team I run myself, and people sleep on it, and people get lit up. Why? Because people will, Finn's going to put up his taunt, and they're like, oh, I'll just do something that kills Finn, and we've resolved the taunting problem by killing him. And then you have both of these gentlemen over here on the right that just wig out on you for that. They're not super interested in you killing their resistance leader. Poe can actually remove turn meter from you, and yes, he has some speed on him. 245 speed, okay. So when he uses his special, remove 25% turn meter from each enemy. And I mean, maybe you can expose them both, and maybe a buff immunity, but the turn meter is what's really attractive. However, only 50%, 51% potency, so not like the most opportunity in the world to exploit that, right? Stick Ray, Relic 7, in some obligate mods, I guess. Okay. Nothing crazy going on. So yeah, definitely feels like a B team. And then you've got Dash back here. Boy, you know what? We've got Sith Triumvirate ready. Ready to serve. Scav. Oh, did I turn my mic back on? Man, I hope I did. Did I turn my mic back up? Hey, I was smart enough to turn my mic back. Alright, Smuggler Scoundrel Team. Yeah. Yeah, that is a weird team. What is he gonna do for you? What is he gonna do for you? Enemies with extortion have minus 30% speed and offense. That's got to be the reason. Why else would you do this? What else do you have to gain by using Nuke Gunray outside of Separatists, unless you're just wanting to have that? Or maybe you just had them left over, but I don't know, you could throw in almost any other scoundrel and get more value. So he's counting on me not... It's only enemies with extortion. So he would still have to do it one at a time, because it's not Newt lead. He's not going to be spreading extortion wildly. Huh. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one, guys. I don't know why he did that. It's safe to say that I was right. You know, we do have JMK to use against Starkiller up top. We don't have GL in the back. So he did indeed save 4 for offense, which means we were right. He was not able to use JK or JKL to kill Slacker I was correct in my gamble to put him on defense in the back. So that paid off. That did pay off. All right, let me finish writing this down. Vet Han, Vet Chewie. And then you have Dash, Kira, Newt. Come on, Candy, and Zalbar. All right, thankfully I'm not using my Dark Trooper at this point, so I don't have to see what pain would await me if I tried my Relic 8 Dark Trooper against a Relic 7 Zalbar, because we saw my same Dark Trooper fail against a Relic 2 last episode. I'm not bitter about it, though. You know, it's not keeping me up. I haven't been staring at the ceiling late at night and asking myself how. All right. Treya here, I think, is going to be the ticket. I don't believe we will need anything but the Triumvirate themselves. I just don't see the damage here to threaten us. So Treya, Scion Nihilus. I know I wouldn't be using this against Starkiller. Starkiller's the most threatening team up there. I otherwise have that Bastila team to deal with Hux. We have, I would say, a wealth of options. But yeah, I think this will be our best against the Dash team. Let me pull the chat back up. Oh yeah, LSTV started. I mean, whatever. We all got to put in our time. By the way, guys, how did your TWs go? We went 1-1. Kind of painful. It happens, you know. There are some lessons learned, for sure. But, yeah. It was, I'm just loving how competitive the game is lately. It feels like it's gotten new life with this GAC matchmaking. The first week, everybody hated it because the matchmaking was so weird. Oh, Tayuru Aran, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you, man. You're awesome. Thank you for joining us. By the way, guys, I should probably go ahead and spam my Discord link here. Feel free to join the Discord. Uh-oh, is Nightbot not awake? Uh-oh. What's wrong with Nightbot? Nightbot, wake up. Alright, well anyway, I'll try that again in a minute. Anybody can run that command here, though, is Discord. And let's see if any of them work. If you wanted to see previous episodes, go check that. Okay, so Nightbot responded to that one. I don't think I mistyped Discord. There it is. Alright, it just missed it the first time. So there's the Discord link. You can always get a hold of me there, though. We got a lot going on Discord. Alright, let's get these guys lit up. Thanks for the idea, though, of the Bad Batch against Rey. I'm so impressed. Like, that team is just unbelievable. Unbelievably good. Alright, so they all do the do. Just get massively drained. Just get massively drained. And think about all the debuffs they just put out onto Scion and Treya. Nihilus is like, I am super cool with all of this max health. That is okay with me. It would spread. It would not spread. But he would be faster. Who should be isolated? Zalbar should be isolated. Shields up. Weapons online. Okay, so don't kill him though, right? Like, you're not gonna kill him though, right? Okay. So good. Alright. We have achieved our ultimate form. Very good. Okay, people who should die. I mean, let's go ahead and just send you to Night Land. Let's go ahead and give you the bonk. Just nothing left. I'm in no rush to kill Newt, because Newt can be dead last. Although... Okay. Yes. Oh man. These guys are vicious with all that. Okay. Still no reason to really pay the taxes here. What am I worried about new damage for? We'll just beat him down now. Yikes. So there's your answer. I guess what happened here is that he was able to go quickly enough to get another extortion that I didn't expect, and that cost me the max protection off of Treya, I think. So that is somewhat of a bummer. Anyway, goodbye. It would be cool to just squander this turn here. Yep, might as well. You can't gain protection back, right? Just do that. Yeah. Yeah. So let's think about it here. There's nothing I can really do to... Well, I can try to prolong the fight. We've got 2 minutes. Maybe I can get protection restored onto Scion. I mean, we just have to use the ultimate here to cycle turns. Basic... Yeah. Maybe it's a foolish idea because he can just ultimate and stuff. Or not ultimate, but AoE. Yeah, let's just take it out. Let's just be done with it. 64. Yeah. 64 is a fine score. I'm down with that. And again, all we have to do is full clear to win. So... Ba-ba-ba. 64. Nice. Dig it! Okay. So, the Finn team. So we have Geos. So how do I want to deal with Jango here? So Jango is not going to be, you know, damage immune because it's his leadership. He's not under a separatist lead. I'm so used to seeing him that way. So Geos could deal with this pretty handily, I think. Because the only thing you need to worry about, Jango, because he has the unique Zeta, he can kill... When he kills anything on any of his turns, they stay dead. They can't come back. So, you know, Geos is maybe a little risky if you can't keep Jango ability locked. Alright, well, maybe let's worry about the easy fights when it's time. Let's finish up with what we need to do up here, yes? Alright, Hux we can come back to. Let's do JMK against Starkiller. We'll just go full Galactic Republic for the memes. So we have CLS, yeah, we have a whole bunch of good stuff. Mace, and I guess Plo Koon is the best option, which I think should be fine. So how do we go about this? What's our tactic going to be? I have to assume it's going to involve an all-in on Starkiller, but will be impeded by GK, who's going to put up crit immunity and gain taunt all the time. So he's going to give his allies crit immunity and gain taunt. So we might have to just start on GK, put the armor shred there with Cam, then we'll reset him with JMK. Well, no, we have to use the first JMK third on Mace to give him the damage immunity, and you know, we need him to stick around. But I think we have to go through GK, at least until we can get to the early version of JMK's ultimate, right? After JMK, we can get to his first ultimate, first stage of it. We'll take it, and then blitz Starkiller. Could 3PO translation work to keep GK from taunting? We could keep him from taunting. I think he needs to have 2 stacks of translation, though, for him to not gain buffs, right? Oh, wrong one. Oh no, it's just the first one. Cannot gain buffs. 1 stack would be pretty dope. So that means that what? We could use... We would need somebody to call and assist with him. That's what we would need. So we could put up a... Yeah, I mean, translation... Yeah, gosh. Confusion. 1 stack of confusion would stop that. So... He wouldn't be able to gain buffs. He would still be able to hand out crit immunity, but... Yeah, so that's the other thing, is that he would be able to hand out crit immunity. And do I want to be running into that all the time with Cam? Without Plo Koon, we don't have... Well, no, we have Ahsoka Basic. Ahsoka Basic's a freebie dispel, so we've got that. Right, we do lose the Cam bonus. That's why, yeah, that's why I did want to stick Plo Koon in here. So, Draz's idea with C-3PO would stop GK from getting taunt with only 1 stack of confusion. That's a cool plan. Mace Dispel will clutch for us. It's, you gotta dream. You gotta live the dream. I really think I'd like to have the offense just to make sure that when it's the right time to go after Starkiller, we can. Because it won't take us, guys, it won't take us but a second to get to the first tier of JMK's ultimate, right? Once we transform, it's all in on Starkiller, right? Remind me how this revive works, though. If she's at full health, revive a random defeated ally. So we would have to ensure that she's not at full health for that. Yeah? What's the kill order that you guys usually do against this team? Maybe I'm thinking of it the wrong way, because maybe it's too... Gosh, it seems so unfortunate to have to ignore EP and Mara when you're using Jedi. And then if you can avoid GK and go after Starkiller, you'd have to fight through crit immunity, which is bad news for Ki-Adi-Mundi. Because he's trying to crit all the time. And then Visas Mar is a revive threat. Yeah, if we put the healing immunity... Yeah, is this like an anti-CLS comp? Says Darth Crotus. Draz seems to think so. I don't have enough experience fighting it, but Draz says, you know, I don't think this was going to work. Draz is a guildmate of mine, one of the very best players. He's one of the undefeated ones here this season, guys. He's a great guy to pay attention to. So if he says that CLS is probably not the way forward, I'm willing to take that under advisement. Yes, so Book Hunter's point to put healing immunity on Visas will kill the revive threat. I just wonder if we're going to be using... Yeah, we'll use JMK's middle on her. Yeah, I guess it all makes sense now. There's nothing that could stealth her. So, okay, we'll use JMK's middle on Visas. She won't be able to revive Starkiller. After JMK uses that middle, his next move should be to go into ultimate. At which point we blitz Starkiller, and I guess we go from there. Hey Danny, we do almost have 50 viewers organically. This is great. Guys, it's so awesome to have you guys here in the morning. I was worried nobody would want to show up at this time. You guys are probably working and stuff, so lucky for me. Okay. CLS can beat that, says Sasha Isha. Tell me about that. Tell me about that, Sasha. Fill me in. Sasha Isha is another guildmate of mine, guys. Another top GAC player. He's got good advice. So the tip is to stun Mara Jade. Alright. So we would open up with Han on Mara. You can't stun her, Draz says. Where does it say she can't be stunned? Where does it say she can't be stunned? It's not in there. it's... Oh, it must be something from Starkiller's kit handed off into her? Yep, there it is. There it is. Starkiller unique is no stun. Okay, this is his personal unique. It must be this one. There it is. Immune to daze and stun. No es bueno. Okay. So, alright, let's see what Sasha's master plan is here. So, okay, so we're leaning... Alright, so we're still leaning into it. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I just got a DM from Draz. You guys remember the earlier failure with Sith Eternal. So, people use Watt there and just put the med pack on C for some health restoration when you're, still needing to do links and not able to get a lot of life steal. You'd at least get that 5% healing per turn. That's a clever, fair point. Okay, so Sasha's saying we would plug Mara Jade anyway. Because it wouldn't stun, we'd be getting more TM for CLS. Yeah, you saw a guildmate take this same Starkiller comp against a CLS defense and lose. Well, what's the game plan with that though, Sasha? I'm inclined to use JMK here because this is the hardest team by far left on the board. So I think I'm still ultimately going to stick with JMK here, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I think we've got our master plan, guys. Let me write this in. Need to put CLS to the side. So JMK, Cam, Ahsoka, Mace, Blow. All right, let's roll. But I'd love to understand more about how that's supposed to go, Sasha. Because you plug Mara and then what? Okay, so game plan must be... I guess it would be nice if we could do... one of these two is going to need to be damage immune. Only one needs to stay taunting for long. Okay, great. We just evade all of that. That's pretty slick. I don't know if we can armor shred while he's got all that, but why the hell not? Let's find out. Oh yeah, so we dispelled it. Okay, a little bit of the bad juju, not great. Alright, so we've got our ultimate. Yeah, that's not good either. Okay. Alright, well at least she used that. He's got his offense. What are we gonna do? I'd rather just hit you. Okay, so now it should be all in on Starkiller. Alright, now we have to contend with crit immunities and the like. So that is a legitimate case to be made. We do get to kind of crush in on him though. Alright. I guess I would probably want to... I want to basic off the crit immunity if I'm being honest with you guys. Okay, we'll do this. Nice, we're almost there. Almost through the gate. Come on, kill him. Let's call Cam and make short work of it. But now we have we might have done a dum-dum. Oh, never mind. Ha. No, we're saved. We are saved from ourselves. You see what the dum-dum was, though. I was so tunneled on killing Starkiller that Visas Mar was alive with full health when he died, and I think her cooldowns were still not in alignment for her to do the res, but it could have gone the other way if I wasn't ready. Yeah, Visas was about to revive. Yeah. Exactly, my man. That is no bueno. Okay, please just kill her. Yes, thank you kindly. And finish. Yeah, Starkiller's just a monster, guys. You wanna not lose to that. All right, so 64. I can live with it. Alright. Let's map out the other 4 fights. So, I have that Bastila team to use at one of these. We've got Geos. Where's Geos going to get me the highest banners? Not against... There's too many AoEs on that team, so not there. He could be... His best bet for high value is probably against the Finn team, right? So Jango, that means we could use CLS to just rip through Jango. There would be no mercy for them. Finn, we can do Geos, I think. GBA, SF, Soldier, Toggle Spy. And yeah. Kira, B-Team First Order. We already used Bad Batch, we used Triumvirate, we used JMK Cam. We'll strike them from the list. We do have EP Vader not getting used. But, yeah. I guess my EP is really going to see a lot more service once I have Star Killer, right? Alright, so that means that we have this Bastila team to deal with you up here. Is that going to be sufficient damage? We will have... What are we going to have in the way of damage immunity? So we have Resurrection, cooldown pushback, but we don't have a damage immunity or a shock. We don't have a crew to fight, so I guess that's a very different situation. So yeah, I think this might be okay. You could make maybe the case that Jolie isn't needed, but I'd rather just have the extra assist call with Ezra. We've got a Dispel if we need one for First Order Stormtrooper, but I should be able to basic him early. No, I can't. I need to buff Ezra. Alright, so yeah, we just move past the tank, we blow up Lobster, and move on with life, right? Let's pen this one in. Oda Jolie. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. Can't be gaining bonus turn meter in the presence of Hugs, so we'll just have to keep that in mind. Yeah. Buff him. Get to smacking. Get to smacking. Heal him! Alright, well, that's that. Sorry about your friend there. I guess we probably should taunt first, right? We don't have another proper tank. I guess we can big hit you now. What are we gonna do? Have a bad counterattack? Not worried about that drama. Just basic here. We can save the big heal for slightly later in the fight. No assist risk. I think you being ability blocked is a nice move. Now is a good time for sweep. And let's see here. No, I just want a basic. Yeah. Well, probably not all that. Alright, we'll just basic over here so we don't give Hux a free counter. Probably do the big heal now because we need to make up some of that protection. It's all bonus protection over there though. That's nice. Oh my god, come on. Give me the kill here, guys. You guys are killing me with that. Okay. Thank you. Now on to you. Okay. Stun you. Let's actually call Bastila here, get ability block on him so he doesn't confound me. An assist call onto Kylo is nice. Smashed. Just smashed. Relic 7, Ezra Bridger, doing it big. 65. Did better than JMK banners wise. Haha! It's not a good thing though. It's like a weird flex, but alright. Alright. What manner of fleets? Okay. Okay. I see what you're up to, friend. Plotting and scheming, huh? Plotting and scheming. Alright. So he put down Executor, same old, and then he put down a Tarkin lead. Now I happen to like Executrix. I think it's a very good ship. So I assume this is a Relicate Lord Vader. It'd be weirder if it weren't. So this is a 194 speed ship. 194. Okay. So here's the problem, guys. I like going after a lot of different Empire comps with Rebels, but we can't risk that here. Two reasons for it. Once Vader gets his basic down, once any target lock is put down in the presence of Darth Vader, Vader's tie, the target lock cannot be dispelled. You have to kill Vader. That's the only way it's going away. So what are we gonna do? So once target lock is down, all Rebel ships do 50% less damage while any Rebel ship has target lock. And then whenever we do a critical strike, because Palpatine's on the board from battle start, they gain 40% protection up when critically hit because they're Empire and or Sith. Oh, sorry, no, only for the tank ones. So yeah, I mean, if I'm trying to crit down Imperial TIE Bomber, this is restoring 40% protection up. So it's not a great opening lineup, but it is very, very effective in telling me that it's like, I don't want you to use Rebels here. Or rather, I'd love you to use Rebels here. Go ahead, give it a go. Yeah, Vader will basically one-shot any ship with target lock too. And yes, that's right. So getting debuffs on the field is super great for the Empire fleet in general, but extra beneficial under Tarkin. This is why I like Tarkin lead more than Chimera. Allies gain 20% offense for each debuffed enemy, doubled for Empire allies. So let's think about that. 40% offense per each debuffed enemy. Let's assume that they have 3 enemy ships out, and you have them debuffed. That is 40, 80, 120% offense just for you having 3 enemy ships debuffed. Let alone all of the other mechanics, right? You've got Executrix that gives turn meter and defense penetration. You get offense up on this team. It's nasty. And then allies also get, so this doesn't count for Executrix itself. It just means your star fighters. Allies also gain 20% turn meter whenever any ship is destroyed. So even if you are losing with Tarkin, you have the opportunity to at least gain some turn meter. Maybe recover a turn that you really need. Get out ahead. But it also helps you win harder when you're already winning, right? You snowball with having the turn meter gains. So, and then of course, reinforcements gain retribution for 3 turns. Guys, nobody hates retribution. Nobody hates retribution. So it's a very good ship. The ultimate is crap. I'm not here to tell you the ultimate's good, guys. You win the fight before the ultimate, though. It doesn't ever come into play. The AoE can randomly ability block people. That is dope, man. An inopportune ability block is terrible to deal with. Terrible to deal with. And this is just one of the best abilities on any capital ship. This is so potent. The offense up with all those debuffs. Oh, it's a powerful comp, guys. So anyway, we will not be using Rebels for this. I think I'll be using First Order here. Because First Order would have much less trouble with what this bad juju is all about. Yeah, because Holdo would have a similar issue with having enough damage, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to the script with First Order on that one. Anyway, Executor, guys, we know the score here. This is going to be Malevolence. Malevolence is our ride or die bitch for this fight. Yeah, SL Darth Vader says, I tell people all the time, Tarkin is the overall better Empire ship for Empire fleets, whether it's offense or defense. That offense up from Tarkin when Vader hits for over 100,000 plus, I've seen it many times, Darth Vader. I absolutely believe you. Tarkin Lead is severely underrated. Fortunately, you have to Relic 7 him for, I think it's Lord Vader. Yeah, I mean, that's good. Note that mine is Relic 7, doesn't have the Zetas. You don't need the Zetas for the ship. You don't need the Zetas, really, for anything. So you don't have to even worry about that. Alright, so we start off with Hyena Bomber, Vulture, Imperial TIE Fighter. We grab Spy, we grab Soldier, and then we pick up Ebon Hawk. Anything I need to think about here? No, I think we're good. Yeah, we've got all the tools. Alright, let's make it work, guys. Let's make it work. Just have to full clear. Draz, thank you for the follow, man. I know you're not big on Twitch or anything, so, you know, I appreciate your participation. I appreciate your viewership. Sorry, that was like 17 minutes ago. I'm not very good at noticing that. There should have been a... Oh, there probably was a chime. I thought I heard a sound, and then I didn't check my activity feed. I'm not a good streamer. Alright, so our TIE Fighter did his job, took the hits that he needed to hit. We'll actually do the Dispel on Hyena, even though we don't really have any debuffs, because it allows us to not hit anybody else, not force Houndstooth to take his turn, and then I can put Vultures here. Which is nice, because then we get to do this, and we got to take off his protection. And he's going to Dispel it now, and now he doesn't have Buzz Droids anymore. Limited use, I know, but it was nice. It was nice. Because now, if we do get unlucky and Spy selects Razor Crest, at least he's down all his protection. And lo and behold, look at what happens. You're hedging your bets. He just dodged everything, guys. He just dodged everything. Dear God. Okay, there goes all the Buzz Droids. Neat. Okay, so no, we did get through the True Life. Oh man, I was just completely faked out by myself. No point in hitting anybody, really. Because he's just going to regenerate. Okay, we'll basic here. No better options. Alright, let's keep the focus. Keep the focus. What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so we have Target Lock, but we don't have Breach. Outstanding opportunity to bring out Ebon Hawk. He's the character you wanted to bring out here anyway, but still. Alright, we dispel the evasion up. Well, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I guess we have to basic you in the hopes that... Yeah, alright, we have to do the chaff here. Keep chaff up. Boba's going to come into the mix here in a second. Oh, here's our Boba. Okay, we do this now. We can target you and hit you for free. You won't counterattack because it's the capital that's calling. We can actually big hit Boba here because, again, we're under stealth. So even though we can't critically hit him, that was still pretty nice. Now's a good time to sweep. We'll take it on the chin a bit here from Boba. Not a lot one can do. We'll finish off Boba here, actually. There it is. Xanadu's going to take a turn and kill himself, I think. We can basic here, no reason to do anything fancy. About it. Come on, come on. There it is. That's what we're looking for. This one went pretty smoothly, to be honest, guys. We have a lot of time. Why don't we just go after the guy who already has Buzz Droids, right? Where are we at? You know what? No. Let's just stick to the script. Don't get fancy. Don't get fancy. What blue stacks am I using for 60 FPS? Blue stacks 5. This is the end of the fight. Right there. I mean, unless he elite dodges everything. Here we go. I mean, he elite dodged enough, but then the Buzz Droids finished him. 61. Okay. Guys, we didn't have to multi-shot the Executor using the same comp and the same strategy. Isn't that nice? When RNG favors your endeavor? You know? Deus Vult. God wills it. That was 62, right? I moved pretty quickly past that. Okay. I'm thinking Finalizer here. We also have our own Empire fleet, but I think I just like the idea of Finalizer better. The Emperor's Shuttle is going to mitigate some of the damage from crew. It's true. If I go out there with Gauntlet... If I go out there with Gauntlet... If I do Empire, check this out. If I go out there with Empire, and I lead with Vader, Gauntlet, TIE Bomber, our Vaders will go off as a coin flip, that's fine. But I could get buff immunity onto TIE Bomber. The problem here is that TIE Bomber does a pretty good job of resisting stuff, right? Only 55% tenacity. So we would have, what in terms of potency? What would I have on Gar Saxon? And then there's a 15% chance that you just get resisted anyway, right? Yeah. We don't have an even chance for that, so I guess the idea of landing the buff immunity, because if we could stick the buff immunity, that means that we wouldn't have protection up going off all the time, right? That would be kind of the idea. But hey, Eddie Crimea, thanks for joining the stream. I see your first time chatting. Hopefully that helped you about the BlueStacks question. It's 5.4.100.1026. I'll actually type that in chat for you. That's my current version. I don't know. I updated it a couple weeks back, so we'll see. Anyway, Finalizer. Again, all that we need to do is clear, so let's just focus on that. We're going to take in Special Forces. So a feature of Huck's lead is that whatever ships you bring in on the front line will have their reinforcement bonuses activated. We take Special Forces because we get plus 80% potency for our First Order allies, and then all active enemies have minus 20% tenacity. We're not fighting resistance here, so it's just minus 20%. So more potency for us, less tenacity for them, very likely to stick our debuffs. The other big reason is this, it's a call ability, and we'll call Kylo. Wu Kang says the new BlueStacks is nice. Stinks that you can't screen record on it. I'd have to take your word on that. All right, let's do this. And as far as other ships, I like Clone Sergeant, and I like Jedi Consular. And I don't believe we should need more than this. So I'm going to run with it as is. Kaisa! Hey, man! Good to see you. That's another guildmate of mine. Kaisa, thanks for watching, man. Appreciate seeing you out here. Alright, Imperial TIE Bomber. Off we go. We gotta just light them up, folks. So, we go for the stun off the get. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do us any favors to go after anyone else. Could we actually smash Vader right here, though? Maybe. But do I get greedy like that, or do I'm just going to stick to the script. Every time I try to get cute with this sort of team, I end up getting punished, so. We could dispel, but it's not going to be enough. I just want to keep hitting. Hit. You gotta, yeah, see? Hitting is the key. Hitting is the key. We just gotta stick to that. And look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, he's about to take a turn anyway. Why don't we just soften that for Kylo? Yeah. Please, ability. Yes, please lifesteal a lot. Please finish that ship. Alright, we gotta bring in Clone Sergeant. Thank God for Clone Sergeant. Alright. Knock his ass out. Alright. That was rough, man. That's a Relegate crew too, and he was not looking too hot, was he? Alright. Again, no, we have another turn coming up almost immediately. Smart money would be on just doing a basic, get the bonus protection, help us live just a little longer. Annihilate Vader? Yup. That was definitely a good call. We took our freebie. This isn't great, but I guess we can try and put a dot out. Yeah, you get countered. Again, not an ideal situation. We can't call Kylo here. Offense down and target lock. We'll just AoE. We'll just AoE. Getting uncomfortably close to Tarkin possibly getting to do an ultimate. And it's not a great ultimate, but it's also not great for ships to be doing their ultimates to you, so you gotta acknowledge the truth of that. We can dispel all of your bad juju. We can't properly kill you yet, so I'll just basic the tank. Man, that lifesteal is sick. Let's call in our other First Order ship. This is nice. Yeah, and that special repeats. Yeah, we'll go ahead and smash you big. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Okay, oh, we're still dazed. Oh my god, we're dazed for 10 years. Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate you. It's so cool that I'm dazed for 10 years. I've enjoyed this experience. It's been instrumental. Alright, we'll call the shuttle just to have the protection up. What are we gonna do? I really would like to see you dispelled because I can't actually do anything until Kylo gets his next turn here, which is still taking a year, by the way. Okay, the lifesteal was nice. Thanks for the fish. Yes, we'll take our unfricking believable. Alright, well, we got the fight, but it's unbelievable that he took... No, you know what? It makes perfect sense that he did that, guys. That's exactly what I'm talking about with the Tarkin lead. I had 5 ships out with debuffs. 5 times 40, 200% offense granted to that shuttle. It is no wonder that he took out crew from like 40%-ish health. So, okay, so we one-shot both fleets. I'm glad we didn't attempt Rebels there. That could have been no bueno. Okay, so 62 and a 63, I believe it was. Nothing to write home about, but both one-shots, so better than our opponent fared. We'll take it. We'll take it. All right, back to this cleanup. Fin team, Geos. I think we're in the clear, guys, so we've already done the sweaty portion of the show. Sunfax, Soldier, Poggle, Spy, and off we go. Yeah, that daze was like 10 years. 10 years! Darth Crotus, I got a 70 using Rebels today, but that was horrible to watch. Yes, I'm sure. I don't know if you're talking about your match using the Rebels against a comp like that, or my match, but either way, you were probably right, because that was difficult for me to watch too. Alright, we actually want to... If I had my preference, we would kill Veteran Han first. He is definitely the scariest character on that team. We don't need to do anything but basic here. This should finish him. Good, good, good. Alright. Good, good, good. So now we can dispel all this nastiness with the speed down and go right after Veteran. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your Rebels vs. Empire was a rough match. I believe it. I absolutely believe it. Let's go ahead and send him back. I don't want him to take a turn if possible. You can do damage. Let's just delete you from this life. And we can just dispel you, lock you down, get back over on you, lock you down. Okay. And now we're just waiting for that faithful Geos turn, right? Okay, yeah, nice. Nice job, nice job. I don't want to... I'm just going to squander the big hit here. Because I just want to get to this Geo turn, and hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good. Yeah, we'll call Spy to make sure of it. There it is. Alright, 65. That, you know, best possible usage of Geos to actually get a 65. And then Jango. We're going in with CLS, guys. It should be an easy knockout. So, Darth Crota says you're glad to see TFP gone at least. You mean TFP Lee, TFP in the opener. TFP in the opener is really interesting, guys. If you watch my last stream, I got completely screwed against the Chimera comp with my Rebels. So first of all, probably wasn't the best idea bringing Rebels in the first place. Second, it wasn't super hot that TIE Fighter got the taunt from Imperial Shuttle, and TIE Fighter had just used his special, so he had foresight, so he had one dodge in the back, but he also had taunt now, so you have to hit him. So you hit him once. So I hit him once. The Capital Chimera almost had a turn anyway, so he didn't gain so much out of that first dodge. But then I had to keep hitting TIE Fighter, and TIE Fighter dodged the next 3 attacks. It's absolute crap. I was so mad. Oh man, that was an unbelievable match. I won only because my opponent struggled harder. I've definitely had a couple lucky wins this season. Alright, let's just take these guys to town. Yeah, Halo Implant says, dodge, dodge, dodge. I lost with Malevolence that way one time. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It was with my Malevolence last time. Alright, we just want to really put the hurting down on Jango. Jango getting to do stuff is super bad for us, so he's already down and out of the game. AoEs are strongly discouraged. Let's go ahead and see if we can't make that happen. Alright, so we've got enough turn meter that I can see we don't need to hit IG-88 here. Dengar can do an AoE. It's not great for him to be able to survive. This looks ideal. A blind would be pretty opportune. We kill. Okay. Nobody needs the protection or the first translation stack. Yeah. Okay, we dodged that. All according to plan. Stance, and 64. Okay, we can take it. So I think that sews up the win for us, right? We got the clear, he didn't get the clear. But we'll do the wrap-up for those of you who joined later in the stream. I'll make sure you guys know what the dealio was. Alright, 1681. Again, you know, you're not... I'm not sticking that one on the fridge, but if it gets me the W, you know, 1681 to 1356. Mark it as a dub. Alright, let's go ahead and do the wrap-up for you guys here. Let me clear this so it's not bugging me. Okay. Starting with my top side, defense. So we had RJT, R2, Resistance Brothers, Holdo, GG Nuke Team, Qui-Gon Jinn, JKA, GK, Xeris, and Ayla. And then Newt Separatists. So kind of a B team here, right? We don't have Jango. We don't have Dooku. I don't know that I'll set this too often. I didn't really care for it. I was thinking about whether or not it was better to have Dooku here or have Dooku inside the Sith team that I tucked in the back, which we'll get to in a second. But I chose to put Dooku back there. Not sure if I'd do it again. Anyway, that was the commitment. We come on down south, where I set DR, Malik, Talon, BSF, and Marauder. And this is safely beyond the range of his Imperial troopers to do, even with his Gideon. So he had to use a GL here. And he did his attacks in the middle of the night for me, so I have no... I'm sorry, guys. I don't have any Prime Bot numbers that make sense to me. I can't tell you what happened. Jango, so I wanted to do a BAM team that was also going to challenge his speed for his bounty hunters, because he has decent bounty hunters. He had to two-shot this Jango lead BAM team, so that worked out. Gas 501st, and then Lord Vader, OG Kylo, TIE Fighter Pilot, Royal Guard, and Storm. Just efficient use of resources. That was the idea there. And then in the back, we had... a Maul lead team with Sidious, Dooku, Sass, and Set. He had to two-shot Rey, which was Rey, Cat, Padme, Vandor, L3. So we both had to two-shot that. No harm, no foul. And here's where you got stuck on Slacker. So this is why you got to check people's speeds. I saw that his old Ben was like 213 speed. There is no way he is going to get a turn before Kylo goes twice, which means if he tried to do JK or JKL, straight up the creek with you. Nothing for it, friend. So, you know, I'm thinking he had to use one of his better options against Slacker to take out Darth Revan, whatever that was. And this is where he got jammed. I don't think there's coming back from that. And then back here in fleets. So he one-shot Executor. I got his the same way, so kudos to both of us. And I set a Negotiator that I think he might struggle with, and he did have to two-shot it. I guarantee you he used a Negotiator here against this Negotiator. He does that a ton. He likes to use Y-Wing, JKA, and 5s, but we took care of that just fine. The Kylo is really well modded. I appreciate you saying that, SL Darth Vader. Yeah, my Kylo is definitely one of my pride and joy characters in terms of his mod set. Very, very fast, very strong offense, robust health. I love him. He's a good dude. All right, but anyway, we had good luck here with Negotiator this time. I've had my Negotiator cleared the last couple times, and it makes me grumble, because I like to get a hold with either Executor or Negotiator. I like to do that fleet thing, you know? All right, so enough about the defense. Let's talk about our attacks, and I can tell you banners about these. Okay, so against Gas, we went in with Maul Mandos. So Maul, Candy, Bo-Katan, Sabine, and Watt. Because you saw I have Jango otherwise deployed, so no Jango for this. Got 63 banners, smooth sailing. Watch that fight though if you're watching the VOD. That was cool because there was a moment where I made a choice with Maul. He only had 2 stacks of his whatever it is, his buff that he's trying to stack up to 5. You know what I'm talking about? His hatred or his fury or whatever it is. And I did the bop. I did the first bop. I did the 1-2 onto Echo, and then I had my middle ability available again. It was enough to kill Echo. Got my 5 stacks of that thing from getting the kill. And then I had 5 stacks right as Gas stood up with no other troopers alive. So that was kind of cool. I don't get to do that matchup often, but that was fun. All right, Lord Vader, we just took in, you know, JML, JKR, JKL, Shock T, and Grandmaster. Got through it for 60 banners. Ray Cat, like I said, you know, he dropped once on mine, I dropped once on his. Incredible. I haven't encountered this before with using C armor and 2 tanks. That was something, guys. I think I have to reconsider my... I really don't care for using Watt and armor together with C. I think it's an incredibly expensive commitment. But I can't argue the fact that this C armor plus 2 tanks thing, which has been successful for me in the past, it's not 100% because I had one of my tanks get lit up by Vandor. Maybe the solution would be to have like a Relic 7 decked out Piggy, but who wants to do that to Piggy? You know what I'm saying? That being said, I didn't use Crew as a squad character this match. Relic 8 Crew, I didn't use him. I could have used him, and it would have been ideal for soaking up Vandor's hit. But there's still no guarantee that he wouldn't have hit Gar. Gar's still Relic 7. I think it still might have worked out for him. I need to check Gar's mods, because even though he's in Junker pilot mods that are all 6E, I should try and see if I can at least throw on protection primaries just for this purpose. Like, if I want to do the C armor 2 tanks thing, I just need to be bringing more robust tanks. You can't just bring in, I guess, some Relic 4 Piggy against Vandor and not have him get blown out before Rey does her execute. So that's the problem. I brought in the 2 tanks. First one to absorb the Rey execute. Second one to help, you know, blunt Rey's first ultimate. First tank got blown out by Vandor, and that set us behind. Clean that back up with Bad Batch, though. So we took out Cat and L3 with Sith Eternal. That's all we got. Went back in with Bad Batch, and wow. Super impressive, guys. First of all, the Rey only has 10,500 offense at Relic 8, so without Cat, she's not much in the way of offense. Maybe I shouldn't be too terribly impressed because of that, but I'm talking about we didn't lose anybody. We got 41 banners, 39 banners just on that attempt, right? So 39 plus the 2 for the first kill, we have 41 total for the battle. But we used Bad Batch there, and oh my god, we soaked up a couple whirlwinds. We soaked up 2 ultimates. Like, unbelievable, that team's ability to take damage. Incredible stuff. I learned something from that fight, so that was cool. Thanks. Shout out to Draz if you're still in the chat. That was a hot tip. Let's see here. Oh, Darth Vader, you said you got 3 holds on your Kylo this round following my modding? Dude, that's beautiful. One love. Glad to hear that, man. That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah, how beefy is my Wrecker? I'll show you Wrecker here in a minute. He is a swoly, broly, free holy, but even I was not expecting that, right? All right. Yes, getting the kill on that Maul middle special is so satisfying, says Book Hunter. It's true. And then Darth Vader says, only Heinze would be brave enough to R7 the Piggy. I mean, if he's got a called for use and he's actually going to do good stuff for me, I'm not unwilling to do that. I like the idea of Gar and Piggy not being really useful outside of just deadweight tanks here to go with C, and I don't know. I'm kind of down with it. All right, so we had to, we got stuck thinking about what we were going to do against Rey there before Draz came in with the idea to run Bad Batch against it. So I went and cleared a couple teams up top. We ran on up here and took out Bam with Mando lead bounty hunters for 64. We took out RJT, Brothers R2 and BB8 with Mother Talzin and friends for 57. We missed the opportunity to heal. I did a basic with Daka and I could have done a heal and that could have been a 60 instead of a 57. I thought I had time to get to Zombies next turn, do her special, gain enough health to top everybody off. I was greedy. I punished myself. EP Mara. So I went and cleared back wall before I came back for this for this Star Killer team. We used JMK Cam, Ahsoka, Mace, and Plo Koon against it for 64. Cool fight. Hux, we went in with Bastila lead Jedi. Bastila, Old Ben, Ezra, Hoda, and Joe Lee for 65. And then down here on squads in the back, it was against Jango. We had CLS left over at this point, guys, so we CLS that for 64. Against the Finn Poe, Stick Ray, and Vet Brothers, that was Geos for 65. You just gotta kill the right targets, ability block everybody as much as you can. Always use Geos like you're playing like a territory battle fight, right? Just keep everybody controlled and you have your best odds of not only a successful fight, but probably being able to finish with, 65. Which we did get here. That was cool. And then against Dash Team, first of all, this is nobody's idea of an ideal Dash Team, right? This is not a full prepared squad. We got 3 characters without prepared here. So not making the best use of Dash in the first place. But second, I haven't run into a Dash team yet that stands up to Triumvirate. Sometimes I bring in a full 5 Sith, but in this case I just ran the trio and we got 64 without issue. Hey Luke JM, how you doing, man? Good to see you, first time in chat. Pleasure to have you here. We're just wrapping up, so I'm just finishing up describing my attacks. Alright, so we came back here to Fleet. Against Executor, we went in with the Malevolence, tried and true. Didn't get completely crapped on RNG-wise, and 62 banners later, that's over. Executrix. So I like to use Rebels a lot against Empire fleets. This guy probably saw that in my history. He was like, oh man, this guy even drops some of his Rebels versus Empire fleets because he's a major dum-dum. So I'm just going to set an especially anti-Rebel frontline comp here with Imperial TIE Bomber, Vader, and Palpatine Shuttle. And go back in the VOD if you want to hear my explanation about why that's very Rebel, anti-Rebel. I don't want to go over that twice. But yeah, it was really good that I went in with Finalizer. We ended up losing crew late in the fight because I got dazed infinitely by concussion mines from Sith Bomber, but otherwise it was a one-shot. Yeah, so anyway, let's see here. I know I'm watching. Yes. I'm almost done. I'm wrapping up. Thank you for watching, darling wife. All right. So I think that's it. That wraps up our attacks. Thank you so much for the follow, Luke. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and do our shout out for the patrons. Check out my Discord. First, let me go ahead and do the normal spam of ping. So we got Discord, we got Patreon, we got YouTube. All right, so if you want to catch previous episodes, go check out my YouTube. I upload them there with chapters, so you're not watching through 2.5-hour streams and the like. It's not a great thing to spend your life on, I guess, watching 2.5 hours of that. But anyway, so join the Discord. We're always there. But as far as the Patreon goes, guys, I'm a modding specialist. I'm a fleet specialist. I think I have a lot to help anybody with optimizing their account, teaching them how to mod characters, how to slice, how to farm, what's the most optimal route to do that, and a whole lot of other good things. So check out my Patreons, and thank you all so much for your support. I also want to make mention of the merch that my darling wife has recently added there. Thank you so much, the Defiant out there in the chat. You're amazing, and I love you so much. Appreciate you for getting this stuff. Honestly, guys, I've gotten samples of all of them, the mug, the t-shirt, and the hoodie. The mug is dope because the decal is actually the logo is molded into the mug, so it's pretty cool. It's standard decals on the shirt and the hoodie, but I'm actually wearing the hoodie here. It's kind of, it's not too heavy. It's not like paper thin. It's heavy enough to be comfortable, but not sweaty. And I'm I'm a bigger dude. I'm usually pretty warm, but I'm comfortable in this, so I'm honestly impressed. Patreon makes some decent merch. All right, and of course, last but not least, we have to give our shout out to the patrons. You guys make it justifiable for me to spend as much time as I do on this game. My wife appreciates your support probably more than I do, and I appreciate you guys heaps. So, VIP access, thank you, White Wolf and Ryan. Jester's Club, Absolution. God, come back to us, Absolution. Start playing the game again. Jester's Club, Eric Rose and Sam Vimes. Talk to you guys all the time. Love coaching with you. By the way, I didn't say anything about the VIP access, guys. White Wolf and Ryan, you guys are amazing. Talk to you most of the days. White Wolf's probably in the middle of the night for him because he's an Aussie. But Ryan, I'm sure you're out there lurking somewhere. Shout out to you. He's in Wolfpack and he beat my guild yesterday and he's all puffed out about it. So, I would be too. It's just life. All right. And then, of course, Jester's Club Elite, Krolik. Man, thank you so much for signing up. I love coaching you, and I hope we can meet up here at the end of the season for a powwow about what you're going to do for next season. All right, guys. Let's take it back to the main scene. And I want to get you raided out the door to someone awesome. Wu Kang. Yes, GG. See you in a couple days. Yes, we'll be back. All right, let's see who I can raid you guys out to. I really appreciate you all being here. We had legitimately nearly 50 people at one point here, just organically. So really, huge shout out. Oh man, you got our boy Fatal on TV, man. We got to send you guys out to see Fatal. There can be no question. Fatal's raided us in the recent past, so we've got to share and share alike. All right, guys, it's been great. We got the dub this time. Thanks for joining me here on this morning stream. We're going to keep doing Thursday morning streams, and then Fridays and Sundays still at 8 p.m. EST. We'll keep it pretty much there for now. Thanks so much, and we'll see you here in another couple of days.